Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews and welcome on board, which is easily one of the most prestigious and beautiful yachts I've ever been on board. This is a 2007 President Tri-Deck 87 Super Yacht that was on sale at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show through my good friends at Luke Brown Yachts and was up for sale for just under $2 million. She measures in at approximately 87 foot in length. She's got a maximum draft of around 7 feet and she's got a 20 feet beam. And as I walk my way around, you can see just how wide the passageway is, how solid the handholds are. I love the woodwork finish. And then as we make our way up to the bow, not only do we have storage here for your fenders and bow lines and things like that, but we've got a hot tub up here. And then of course you've got the windlass, and the windlass can be operated from here, but it can also be operated from the helm. I love the decking it's on this one. It's got such a nice nautical feel to it. And you get deep access to the anchor lockers. And then I'll pan round and I'll show you all through the yacht, but this is a tri-deck. So it's got the sky bridge as well as having a fly bridge. And as I make my way down the port side, especially in weather like this, you can see how that overhang starts to give you plenty of protection. And that's ideal for both the sun and the rain. You get side door access, it takes you into that was the galley area, and then we've also got boarding access as well. And then you'll also notice that you can close this area off, which is ideal in bad weather or if you're going to have young family and kids on board. And then it leads into the aft cockpit, which has got really spacious seating, cockpit table with a large overhang, and easy access down to that extended bathing platform that is perfect if you're into swimming, diving, or just want to relax by the water. But it's when you step inside that this yacht really comes into its own. It's absolutely beautiful. I love all that varnish finish that you have in all the woodwork. I love how bright and airy it feels in here. There's a tremendous amount of natural light. It's really light colours for all the materials throughout the entire yacht. Comfortable saloon here, plenty of storage, plenty of headroom. And then you'll notice it in this little area, they've got all the literature out for the sale of the boat, but I'm going to include a link to the Yacht World listing and also to Luke Brown's yacht in the description for the video. That way you can get all the details that you'll need. Then we're going to move forward. You'll notice we've got the dining table that seats 8. Then you've got a drinks bar to the starboard side, as well as all sorts of entertainment systems throughout the entire yacht. Tasteful artwork decor as well throughout. And then you've got all your crystal and drinks cabinets to the port. And that high gloss finish all the way through. And then because this has got both the sky bridge and the fly bridge, this area which would typically be the helm is actually the galley. You see there's side door access to either side, and I really like that fact, especially for this yacht, because you've got that hot tub in the bow. So if you want to bring out drinks and snacks, your guests are right there. But when you do step into the galley, this isn't about preparing snacks. This is about you can prepare your Thanksgiving dinner in here. Everything you could possibly need is included, as well as tremendous amount of countertop space. You get that extractor fan if you need it. Get that large stainless steel sink. And then back here, behind the wooden panels, this is actually full height fridge freezer. So not only do you have the door here, but you've also got the drawers down below. And then you can see in the other side as well, and just how clean everything is throughout. And then as I make my way over to the other side, there's not many times I can say on a yacht that you've got a walk-in pantry, but that's exactly what you get in this galley. So for again preparing all your favourite meals, everything you could possibly need right here, including another drinks fridge. And then as I pan round, again you'll see we've got that side door access. And then I'll take you down into the lower accommodation area. You've got a handhold on the side. The steps are really easy to go down. I don't feel for 1 second like I'm going to trip or fall. And again, there's lighting throughout to help make it easier. So if we start on the bow, This is where you're going to find your first VIP guest cabin. You get the large island berth. You can access it from either side, but look at all the storage lockers, drawers and cabinets. TV mounted on the bulkhead. And then, as you'd expect, this one is fully ensuite. And it's finished to a very high standard. And speaking of being ensuite, this one's got 500 gallon freshwater capacity, and it's got 250 gallon holding tank capacity, and it's got 2,750 gallons of fuel on board. And as I make my way aft down the passageway, you'll come across another guest cabin, and this time you've got 2 individual berths. You can see those storage lockers and drawers underneath as well as between them. And the curtain's closed, but there's a window up top there. And then, as you'd expect, this one is fully ensuite with a separate toilet and shower compartment. And you'll notice there's a little seat molded into the fiberglass, so if you prefer to stand up or sit down, you can do either with this shower. Plenty of space in here for your toiletries and personal belongings as well. Back out to the passageway, and then heading aft, you've got 2 more staterooms. So to port is where you're going to find another guest cabin, again with 2 single berths. You can see that hatch up the top, TV mounted on the bulkhead again, and this one's fully ensuite as well. So I really like the fact that every stateroom on board has got that privacy for being ensuite. You can see the headroom and the reflection of me in the mirror, and I'm 6'2" as a guide. And there's plenty of room for you to be able to enjoy that shower. But the real beauty of this one is when you get to the owner's stateroom. It's absolutely massive. This yacht's got a beam of approximately 20 feet, and this one's pretty much a full beam stateroom. Opening portholes to either side, TV mounted in the bulkhead, tremendous amount of storage in here. All finished to a very high standard. And then this one's ensuite with a heads compartment, where the heads compartment, in my opinion, is bigger than some of the cabins I've been on. You get the large countertop space, the surrounding mirrors. You got the toilet, and then you got a massive shower compartment. The yacht is so clean, it's absolutely immaculate. This is a 2007, so she's approaching 20 years old, and at no point does it feel like it. So since 2003, air conditioning, there's 5 new air handlers, there's 2 new chillers, the water maker has had the new blue water core unit installed, you've got the generators were rebuilt in 2023, the interior carpets have been replaced, the new bed linens, there's 2 new ice machines, and almost all the batteries have been replaced. And I like the fact it's really easy to get to the sky bridge on this one, because everybody that's on board is going to want to be up by side whenever you're at the helm. And you see we've got this nice decor in here, you get the solid handhold, steps are easy enough to climb up. But once I make my way up here, you can just get that sheer elegance of on board. So you get the table that you can be raised or lowered, you get plenty of seating there, and then I've got 3 seats at the helm. I get side door access to both port and starboard. You got every electronics that you could possibly need. You got your multifunction displays, full engine instrumentation, all your monitoring systems. You got bow and stern thrusters. You got your forward looking infrared, so you basically got night vision. You can control your searchlight, all your communication devices, your trim tabs. You get your throttles where you can choose a different speed and accuracy of that with the electronic throttles compared to the hydraulic ones. And then up overhead, you get your generator controls, all your gauges for your fuel, things like that, navigation lights, warning lights, and so much more. This does have a PC driven system as well. There's even a printer in here too. And as I mentioned, you get the side door access. But not only do you have this area at the helm, but this has got the entire sky bridge. So you've got the lounge seating area behind. You've got a drinks bar on the opposite side. Now these cushions that you see on the floor, they're sun loungers out on the aft deck, but obviously in this heavy rain, they brought them inside for protection. You got a TV mounted up here as well. And you even have a head compartment up here too. And then as I head aft, you'll see out here that we do have those sun deck loungers that we was referencing. And you can step out here and you can see you can have plenty of access to relax out in the sun, assuming there was sun. And then we've got the deck crane, so you can move those to the side, and this is a perfect spot if you wanted to have some water toys. You can bring jet skis on board, you can bring a rib, something like that. And before taking you up to the flybridge, I want to point out that you can come up through stairs on the aft cockpit to here. So you can do that from outside rather than coming up the internal the way I did. But I also want to show that you can walk around here as well. And if you do want to walk around, again, you've got that wide passage. You always feel safe and secure, even this high up. You get the solid handhold. And then you can see the side door access that leads to the helm. So if you do want to do your close quarter manoeuvring, it's really easy to step out here and get a guide for where you are. You got storage up here as well. And you get a better view of the bow and that hot tub. And then as we continue to make our way around, you can see some of the other yachts that's on display at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, but this one was getting a lot of attention. I was really grateful to get 10-15 minutes on board without a lot of people being on here, but they were literally lining up waiting on me coming off the boat. And we make our way around here, you'll see we've got a wet bar area, and I can take you up to the flybridge. And just like with the sky bridge, I like the fact that up here you can again have your friends and family join you. Because of the bad weather, most of this is covered up, but you can still see that we've got the seating area out here. You can lay out on the sun loungers. You get seating next to that little cockpit table. You get 3 seats at the helm. And up here you've got a full bank of electronics. This isn't just about doing your close quarter manoeuvring. You can easily cruise from up here. I do like the fact that you've got the handholds built into the hardtop. That way if you do ever hit heavy seas, you can always grab onto something. And then standing at the helm, despite the boat being the size that it is, you still have perfect visibility. And as I turn around, you'll see it's only a few short steps and you can see the aft as well. And then we do have ladders that lead up, and that's just for getting on top of the hardtop. So if you ever need to make any adjustments to any of your antennas and navigation equipment, you can easily do so. And then if we come back down to the main deck, this one now has crew quarters down here. So down here you're going to find that this is the easiest way to access the engines. But they've also converted this so that there's crew quarters. And at the bottom of the steps you're going to find that this has got a little galley area, including a laundry. So that way you can always have clean clothes and fresh towels and fresh linens for everybody on board. And even in this compartment there's still plenty of headroom and plenty of room to walk around. And to open this door, you'll see your first crew cabin. It's got like a bunk bed effect to it. That pillow's blocking the little hatch, but you do have that as extra light and ventilation. And then coming out into the main passageway, you'll see the opposite is where you're going to find the heads compartment. Now the other one is you can easily access this from the bathing platform. So as much as this was designed to be crew quarters, if you ever wanted to come in here and take a shower before going into the main area of the accommodation, you can do that as well. And then you've got a second crew cabin in here. So there's a total of 4 berths for the crew. The drinks fridge in here too. As you can see from the vents, this area is fully air conditioned as well. And then stepping out, this is where you're going to find the engines. Now this one is powered by twin MTU. They're approximately 1500 horsepower each. They've got around 5,800 hours on the clock, but they've got less than 1,000 hours since the last major overhaul, with service records available. Push those throttles forward, and in the right conditions this one will hit close on 20 knots. She's going to cruise comfortably around 12 knots, and at 10 knots this one's got a range of in excess of 1,200 miles. And if you were ever to carry out any sort of service and repairs or upgrades while you're underway, this is the sort of engine room you want to do it in. Look at how much headroom you have, how much light, you get handholds in place, everything's clearly labelled, everything's clearly accessible. Plenty of storage in here for all your tools, as well as any spares that you may need. And this has also got cameras in here so you can monitor it all from both the helms. All your firefighting equipment. It's just an extremely well thought out, well laid out engine room. With your Northern Lights generator here too. This is by far one of the most beautiful yachts I've ever been on. I'd like to thank Luke Brown again for the opportunity to come on board and share this video with you. And I'll leave a link in the description to both Luke Brown's site and also to the Yacht World listing. That way you can reach out if you get any questions. But I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you haven't done so already, if you can leave a comment down below, you can hit that like and subscribe button. It really does make a difference. And I'll look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.